One thing that's amazing about clay plaster and cob is that people all work together. And it really invites conversation. And this is one of the things and one of the reasons why people love cob building is because it creates community on the build. It doesn't exclude, it actually includes. And today we're clay plastering this straw bale cabin. And what a team of builders. And none of these people, I would say 70% of these people have never had any experience with clay plaster. And that's what taking a workshop or coming to a work party is all about. It's about getting your hands in the mud and learning by doing and by being given permission. And that's the goal of cob therapy, is to give permission. So everyone's using their hands to apply this base coat to the clay plaster, to the Strawbale walls. And let me just give you a little rundown here. We've got our clay plaster mixing station, and we're using a mortar mixer here for that. It's an electric mortar mixer, a lot softer and kinder to the ears than a gas one, so I like that. So we mix in here, and then we dump it in our little clay pit. That's made out of straw bales and a tarp. So this is just straw bales laid up, tarp underneath, keeps the plaster moist. A lot of people ask me, when you do this, you know, how fast do you have to use this plaster? And they're always surprised to hear that actually it gets better if it sits longer. The straw hydrates fully, the clay hydrates fully. It's amazing. And that's Steve. And I'm in the middle of a video right now, so this is Steve and this is his straw bale cabin. But I'm just running them through what's happening here. So you see, just by hand, Peaches is picking this up with her beautiful hands and just spreading it on, trying to get it about 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch thick on there. A nice little plane for our lime plaster finish. Jamie right now is just, what he's doing is he's floating in this mesh around the corner because we're doing a lime plaster finish on here, and it's really nice for the mesh to prevent any cracking in our finished coat. Jamie, you want to say anything else about it?
Well, the reason for the mesh is that at each corner is wooden structural members that are supporting the roof, and the break between the wood and the bales where you're going to get cracks down the road. And so what we're doing is bridging the wood and the bale with this 2x2 deer netting.
Nice, nice. And you see we're a lot of teaming up here. You got to pass buckets up. It gets heavy work. Elizabeth's up at the peak, at the window here, and we're wrapping this thing around. It's quite beautiful. It's quite beautiful work. You see how quiet it is, and people are talking to each other. It's very, very different than the experiences I've had on conventional build sites. And this is the beautiful porch, which I'm excited to get that base coat on. And that's basically a nutshell what we're doing today. It's getting that base coat on, having a good time, playing music, and yeah, getting muddy. Cob therapy, Mateo. Oh yes!